Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Less Stress Travel, your #1 channel when it comes down to handling your stress through the right minerals, the right vitamins, the right diet, the right quality sleep, and the right amount of corrective exercises. Guys, today let's talk about the topic again. Why stress and massive alcohol consumption, I'm gonna get to that in a second, what I mean by that, is causing high blood sugar inside of your system, and it's causing inflammation for your nervous system. Okay, sorry for the little break, I had to catch my thought for a second. But the message is super important. Why is that the case? And I want to break it down very simple for you. When you have stress in your life, and remember, stress can come from a lot of things. It can come from your food, it can come from a lack of sleep, it can come from some toxins inside of our environment, it can come from a virus, basically. Current topic, right? And it can come from too much exercises, stress, worries about your work, about your relationship. I think especially in these times we all have a ton of stress. Now, the alcohol consumption is also a big topic, which plays a role in there. But because alcohol basically makes you, to keep it also very simple, makes you to lose magnesium. And we know magnesium is the #1 thing to control your stress levels, okay? Not just that, but it also contains calories, it contains sugars, and it's a toxin, right? That is the best and simplest explanation you probably can also come up with. It's a toxin, and whenever our liver has to deal with toxins, and especially when you not have the right amount of minerals and vitamins in the right quality on board at the same time, that causes a lot of stress, right? And a lot of stress causes inflammation again. So it's all connected. But let's dive a little bit deeper just for a second. We have to understand, when we have stress and we consume alcohol, that burns our energy vitamins. And what are mainly our energy vitamins? This is B6, B9, and B12. And by the way, B12 you can only find in animal products, okay? Make sure that you contain animal products inside of your diet. Super important. If you don't do that, and if you're vegetarian, if you're not constantly eating eggs or cheese inside of your diet, make sure that you at least supplement with that, right? B12, super important. But what exactly happens when you don't, imagine B vitamins are kind of like a connector between your nerves, okay? It is necessary to send a signal from nerve to nerve inside of our nervous system to send an information, right? Like when somebody's hurting me, like immediately I can feel that, and the nervous system is, obviously, you know, that all connected inside of our system. Now, when you don't have these B vitamins, what happens is that it's not sending signals, or it's sending slowly signals, and that causes, on these specific points, wherever that will be exactly inside of your system, the liver would be with alcohol consumption the first one, it causes inflammation. And wherever is inflammation, the system has to repair itself, right? It will focus all the energy down there wherever is the problem right now. It's an alarming situation for the system, and it needs the right minerals and right vitamins to deal with that and to prevent that. And B vitamins do both of these jobs, okay? They prevent that you deal with more inflammation if you do all the other things right as well, if you have the right amount, and they help you when you deal with inflammation, because you won't be able to have no inflammation at all for your whole life into your system. That also is important that I say this at this point. So it's necessary to have them. So that's point #1. But point #2 is also, it can cause high blood sugar. And why is that? not just obviously because of the sugar you can find inside of alcohols, and which comes from your diet, and that can raise your blood sugar. But B vitamins are responsible to create ATP, which is a form of energy inside of our body, to function better, to work with the glucose inside of your system. So basically bringing glucose inside of the system and work with it as energy. When you lack B vitamins, your body cannot do this probably. And this is super important to understand, because in consequences, obviously, when glucose comes inside of your system, or sugar, and your body cannot deal with that, it stays in the bloodstream, and your blood sugar is raising up, and it's gonna crush again. And if you're lucky, and even when you have enough insulin, when you're not doing this constantly, but when you do this constantly, you know what the result is of a high constantly blood sugar. It's diabetes, all right? And diabetes is one of the worst things that can happen to you, trust me. This is just ridiculous, because the food restrictions and the consequences of that is horrible, all right? I cannot imagine to live under these circumstances, especially some cases if you have diabetes type 1, when you're born with that. There are very few cases when that happens, but most of the diabetes is caused by a type 2 diabetes, which is caused by your own responsibility, how you take care of yourself, okay? And another side note, I forgot that when I was talking about the inflammation. A good marker where you can see this, if that is the case, if you're lacking B vitamins, is a marker called homocysteine. If your homocysteine levels, and you can test it doing a blood test, if it's high, it's a clear sign that you not have enough magnesium on board, but also not enough B6, B9, and B12 vitamins, okay? So make sure how you can prevent that. You know that. Make sure that you eat enough animal products, that you supplement also with bee pollen, okay? And that you taking care of your stress in general, okay? So if this all is very complicated and complex for you, I can totally understand that. And this is why I created the Less Stress 4-step system, where you learn step by step how you can implement the 3 pillars which are essential to control your stress inside of your life. And this is nutrition with the right supplementation, this is sleep, and this is exercises, all right? Obviously, there are also other things you can do, meditation, breathing exercises, and so on. But I say these 3 are things we have to do anyways, right? We have to eat, we have to sleep, and we have to move ourselves in a certain extent, all right? So if we learn to use this in the right dose and in the right quality, you win. And you win long term, and this is the most important thing. So if you're interested on doing this, down below to this video, there's a link to my homepage where you can sign up for a free 45-minute consultation where we look specifically on your situation, what is going on in your life, how I can help you, how I can support you, and you have the chance to get to know me as your coach a little bit better as well. Other than that, I wish you a very, very happy day. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully you learned something about that. Check out other videos on this channel as well. I have a ton, over 100 videos on this channel where you learn more how you can deal, especially with your right nutrition, on how to deal better with your stress. And if not, give me a thumb up, click the subscribe button, share this video. If you find this valuable, tell your friends about that. And I'm very, very happy to have been spoken to you today. And take care of yourself, be happy, live a stress-reduced life, and I see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.